last moment, last one also may have to do with the Dhamma. So the Dhamma is extremely important. So the theory and the practice must go together. The theory is the studying of the suttas. The practice is sharpening our mind by practicing satipatthana, which will lead you to jhana. In the Buddha's discourses, satipatthana and jhana are not separate. Nowadays, some meditation teachers try to say that satipatthana and jhana are different, nothing to do with each other. But in the suttas, if you practice satipatthana correctly, it must lead you to the jhanas. Otherwise, you are not practicing satipatthana. You think you are practicing satipatthana. That's exactly what the suttas say.
But at least for the first fruit, the sotapanna, the first factor is the sakaya ditti, that is personal self-attainment. So when the person is already achieved the sotapanna, will he achieve also the five aggregates of cleaning? Will that be eradicated also?
When a person attains sotapanna, he destroys the factor called sakaya ditti. The sakaya ditti, we have explained it in some suttas a few nights ago. The sakaya ditti means identity view. That means you identify yourself with the body and the mind, which is basically the five aggregates of attachment. The body, feelings, perception, volition and consciousness, which is basically body and mind. So we see the body and the mind as I or mine, or the body and mind as being in the self, or the self as being in the body and the mind. So we associate the body and the mind with the self. That's why it's called identity view, because you identify yourself with the body and the mind. So when a person becomes a sotapanna, he sees that the body and the mind is not the self, because it is impermanent. One day the body and the mind will disappear, will die and perish. So he does not see the body and the mind as the self, but he still has a self. And somehow that self is associated with the five khandhas. But yet it is not inside the five khandhas. So that's the difference, because only the Arahant has eliminated the self totally. The conceit I am, I exist is the last thing that we have to eliminate to become an Arahant.
Is the five aggregate is still within the sotapanna? It's still cling to that?
No, he doesn't cling to that. He doesn't cling to that. He still has a self, but he does not see that the five aggregates are the self. Okay, shall we stop here for tonight?